Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gordon. We are back for some more Rogue Trader. We are in the pit area. We got a new quote-unquote friend in Marazai. He's actually a companion of ours right now. And I gave it some thought because part of me just straight up wants to kill him. The other part wants to check out his quest line because, you know, he's a companion, companions have quests, I'm interested in that. Let's see what he has to say. Marazai Aiziraish stares down at you from his formidable height, his head slightly tilted to one side. The lean, wiry Xenos is encased in black armor, not even a sliver of a gap has been left between the tightly fitting plates, which bristle with mutely gleaming barbs and hooks. Set in a white face striated with crimson tattoos, dark eyes devour you, burning with predatory, malevolent interest. I want to know what happened before you took me to Komorra.
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? Ask your questions.
Why did you kidnap me?
When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well you in particular were fending off our attacks. The rout into Zara's arena, the appearance at the plundered vessel. Your kind are usually powerless against us, but not on that occasion. I began to suspect that you could not have managed it without outside help. Help from our side. I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. A little trickery to draw you away from the planet. And I had your little informant in my grasp. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Irimaris Aziriesh, Archon of the Reaving Tempest, my former mistress. A cowardly bitch who punishes anyone who threatens her grip on power. I knew that to win a war against her, I would need the support of the Reaving Tempest's patron, the Cabal of the Black Heart. So I allied with Nazrake, who presided over the trial. I promised him that Irimaris would be humiliated. I promised him evidence. A lowly monkey that would disgrace Irimaris in the eyes of the Archons. For that performance, I needed you.
You have spies aboard my ship.
Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tavantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now? Then there is no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds.
What agreement did you make with Nazrake?
Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Every member of a Cabal has their supporters, and Irimaris is no exception. Nazrake promised me a sham trial in the Obsidian Court with a predetermined outcome. Irimaris should have been convicted and dethroned. I was supposed to take her place and turn the Reaving Tempest into a loyal vassal of the Black Heart.
Okay.
Nazrake was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck. But it fell on mine instead. It was devious and worthy of praise, but why? A secret pact with Irimaris, or is there another reason? I will tear the answer from his throat along with his final breath. It must be said that Nazrake did not have to try very hard to turn the court against me. Not after the stunt you pulled before the assembled Archons.
The tribunal, what was it about? I was being tried by the Inquisitor and Heinrichs and Theodora were there. Why?
Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suitable pictures evoking confusion or fear. Neither Devantius nor I care about fussy monkey rituals. The lava must have created a suitable environment for you. One in which you would be more willing to answer my questions in the Obsidian Court.
Okay. What were you and Tazara doing in my protectorate?
What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Kamara was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had suffered losses in the latest disjunction. We needed sources of sweet pain to prime its minds and bodies. When the Archon bade my cabal collect the harvest from the region, I did not suspect that it would turn into this game between you and me.
I like this guy, actually. You and Iliad conspiring together, how did that come about?
Conspiring? No. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait.
Okay, at least he's honest about this.
At first, I planned to use the one you trusted, the burned monkey with whom we had spent long hours awaiting your arrival. But my cousin was so swift. Afterwards, she tracked down the monkey, killed him, and took the device that he had been using to contact me.
I see.
She told me what she had seen in your chambers. A piece of her home, destroyed, twisted beyond recognition, reduced to a trophy on a wall. Yes, that was the breaking point for her. The final drop in a deep well of doubt, dispelling her naive trust of Monkey once and for all. And then she came seeking answers from her dark cousin. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek out the traces of her craft world and the answers to her questions. A favor for a kinswoman, nothing more. And then I made ready for your arrival. For the only way she would reach that place was with you.
I cannot believe that Achilles betrayed humanity.
When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. Your convictions and principles are a delusion that lends a mirage of meaning to your lives. Achilles and I had plenty of time alone together before your arrival. When he went out to meet you, he was already mine. I bought his loyalty with a promise to never touch his body or his mind ever again.
I like him, but in this Iconoclast playthrough, he has to die. But still, what do you know about Iliad's craft world?
I know it exists. I know that my cabal found it, helpless and stationary, unable to protect its sons and daughters. I know that Iliad's kin began showing up as prisoners in the Reaving Tempest's spire, where they were fonts of exquisite, delightful pain. I spent too much time beyond the limits of our home to learn more than that. But that was enough to tempt Iliad with false hope.
Tell her the truth now.
We've already had words. I have no reason to conceal the truth now. Iliad has outlived her usefulness to me. Watching her face as she learned the truth was priceless.
I am amazed she didn't kill you. What were those creatures with you when you captured me?
Mandrakes. A foul breed that lurks in the bowels of Camorra. Their ability to find paths through the shadows was put to good use. I promised them forbidden trophies from the Reaving Tempest's coffers once I am Archon.
Yeah. Marajai hesitates and then gestures to indicate that he is finished speaking. You made a promise to the Mandrakes that you cannot keep. Aren't you afraid of retribution?
Let them come for what they're owed. They will regret it.
Despite his self-assured words, concern brings a furrow to Marajai's brow. Maybe you can turn him over to them. The theft of Rykat's son, was that your doing?
Did you not hear me when I answered you the first time? I do not like to repeat myself.
Did I miss something? I don't. Maybe it was something in the past and I forget now, but I'm guessing he was responsible. That is enough for now.
Then what else do you need?
That was only the first option, goddamn. What happened to you after the trial?
I was handed over to the witch cult to do with as they wished.
Okay, witch. Okay.
First, they made me fight the dregs in the arena, and then, once they'd had their fill of my debasement, I was granted entry into the blood-stained proselytes.
And what did you hope to gain by agreeing to become a proselyte?
The continuation of my existence.
Fair.
When I lost my standing, I became fair game for anyone tempted by the prospect of slaying a disgraced Cabalite. For vengeance or just for the pleasure of the kill. In Camorra, a lone Drukhari is a target. My talents may be prodigious, but I held no illusions about my chances.
You did not find much favor among the witches, it seems.
You cannot hope to understand the intricacies of Camorra and how it is structured. We are all each other's allies and worst enemies here. Towers of strength and duplicitous traitors both. The cults have always been half a step below the cabals in the hierarchy. And the witches relished the chance to abuse someone who once looked down on them.
So yeah, all of this is very familiar to the idea of the Underdark from Baldur's Gate and the Drukhari to the Drow. They're very similar, everything basically. That will do.
If our conversation is finished...
When given the chance to join me, you took it readily. That surprised me.
I had no intention of ending my days playing the role of meat in the arena. And then you blithely offered me an alliance after what I'd done to you. Why?
Let's go for this for now. I require help to escape from Camorra.
So our interests align. For now.
Tell me about Camorra.
The Dark City is the bastion of the Drukhari, the most magnificent of all our strongholds. The Cabals, witch cults, and the Incubi inhabit the place, with swarms of scourges flying overhead and a myriad of misfits and horrors, including the covens of the homunculi wallowing underfoot. Which do you want to know about?
You are from a Drukhari Cabal, correct?
The Cabals are the foundation upon which rests the power of the one who rules Camorra, as Drubile Vect. Whether it is a mob of berserkers or an organized cartel, their essence is the same. An army of killers, ready to ravage entire worlds at the behest of their leaders, or to rip out the throats of a neighboring cabal in a war declared by the Archons.
I wish to know more about the witch cults.
What more do you need to know that you have not already beheld with your own eyes? They are the mistresses of the arenas, and they're the gladiators who feed the audience in their ravenous agony with exquisite spectacles. cults often travel to real space on the Cabal's raids to revel in the pain and to capture fresh meat for their arenas.
What are the incubi orders?
The aloof incubi. They dedicate their lives to the art of killing, so much so that they do not plot or chase after delicious torment. All their hatred and longing for suffering are channeled toward perfecting their skill.
Tell me about the scourges.
Winged Drukhari, who have chosen to go through an agonizing process to become such a monstrosity.
Is that the stranger we're seeing?
They escort raiding ships and inflict the first strike on the enemy. In Camorra, these creatures huddled in flocks so that they do not fall victim to the more formidable of their kin.
Because we have been seeing a guy who's just named Stranger with these wings. I'm interested in their monkey-like covens.
Artists of the flesh who prefer to hide away in their laboratories and create nightmares from the materials their servants supply. Engines of pain, grotesques, racks, all are the fruits of their subtle craft.
Okay, that will do. Any thoughts on how we can escape this place?
On a mountain of bodies, bathing in our enemies' tears and blood. Do not deceive yourself by thinking we will escape this place alive without violence. I, for one, hope that there will be plenty of it.
I like him.
But there is one unfortunate detail. An Arabenian has stepped into your path, one of Kegarak's tribe, who lurk in the tangle of the webway. I've heard them called harlequins in your tongue. The one that appeared in the Obsidian Court is the most dangerous and unpredictable of all. I'm beginning to think that his visit is a sign that the events unfolding around us have not been left to chance. Perhaps they are the result of interference. At the behest of the highest authority.
Interesting. More intrigue. I must take my leave.
Do not keep me waiting too long. My weapon is tired of languishing in its sheath.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna use this guy for now. So I'm actually gonna equip him with some stuff here. He has this Incubus Clave, but I think I have a better weapon for him. The Bloodseeker Clave. It's not that different, it has less armor penetration, but when it hits a bleeding enemy, it removes bleeding and inflicts toxin on the same power. The wielder gains plus 5 times per dodge until the next turn. How do I inflict bleed, though? That will be my question, I suppose. It is a cool weapon, though. I love this handle here. It's like a halberd sword. I like it a lot. What else we have? Whenever the wearer hits with a ranged weapon in melee range, the target gains 1 stack of Perplex. We can try this out since we have this. He already has an interesting cloak. Not really, right? Although, then the wearer inflicts bleeding with a power of 10 plus 2 times number of removed negative effects on all adjacent enemies. Does that mean that it still applies 10? Bleeding power of 10. So 10 plus 2 times 0 is still 10. Whenever an assassin successfully dodges or parries an enemy's attack, automatically... You can take this for now. You have gloves, actually. Never mind. We do have this serrated Glimmer Steel Blade, which is kind of perfect for him. It inflicts bleed. Yeah, let's trade this up. Looks cool. Let me see. What else am I gonna bother giving this guy? Helmets. What kind... Oh, by the way, I also have Bayonet Knife, which also inflicts bleeding if we hit a range attack. And... what else am I gonna give him? Psi Rating, no thank you. Carouse, no. Psi Rating. Not really anything of major interest for him. Boots, he has none. At the start of his turn, they gain 20% more dodge until the end of the round, which could be good. When he performs a melee attack after a range attack, the target of the melee attack should pass to the or get knocked prone. We can try that. Defensive boots, no. 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 We kind of are gonna be doing this a lot, I think, with the slash ability. Whenever the wearer moves through a cell occupied by an enemy, the wearer gains 15% more dodge against that enemy's attacks opportunity until the wearer's next turn. Okay, we're gonna keep... I'm not gonna bother too much with this, honestly. He's not gonna be a part of our team for too long, so I don't have to bother too much with the gear here. I can give him more armor. We can start with that for now. Logic, no. No. Single attacks with bolter weapons, no. In terms of trinkets, I would like another trinket. I don't think I have one though. These are necklaces, right? Yeah, these are necklaces. So trinkets are up here, yeah. You can take this then. In terms of grenades, I suppose you can actually use medkits, which is... Oh, no, you can't. Okay, the lighting on my monitor, it looked like this wasn't red. Just take that and be happy. Okay. Do you have something to say about this guy? No. What about Yiliet? I bet she does.
You came back
She
from
does
the dark.
not.
So
Interesting. Okay, so I guess our objective right now is to go and speak with the homunculi, report the victory to Tervantius. He can help us escape, hopefully. I also want to kill him. That's something I also want to do. And I want to come back here and kill the commissar as well. I want to kill a lot of people. Before we proceed, I'm going to level up my companions here, and I will be right back and show you the summary of the level ups. Okay, and we are back. So for the level ups, on my main character I went for more willpower just to round this off up to 50. We were at 45. And then I gave him swift movements. This is only a common talent, and it's the one I think I can make most use of. For this guy over here, I think he was left at this level. So I gave him the fainting attack. I'm not sure that this is better than the one that Yiliet has. But since it's a new thing, I might as well just try it out and see if I like it. So basically, the next single target attack will have a 50% penalty to armor penetration, with a minimum of 0 armor penetration and 10 lethality extra. If it is a melee attack, its target rotates 180 degrees. I don't really understand why this is a thing. The enemy's dodge and parry against the assassin's attack is equal to 0% until the start of this enemy's turn. So we're basically making sure that the enemy cannot dodge and cannot parry attacks from this guy until the start of his next turn, which I feel can be powerful. We'll see. I gave him It Will Not Die just to have some extra wounds since he's kind of a frontline character. Professional Acumen, every turn the first use of an assassin ability costs 0 AP. I gave him Demolition because I think it can be useful in Kimura. Elusive Speed, if assassin is elusive to start the turn, which I'm guessing is going to be a lot of time, they gain 4 MP and 10 lethality until the end of their turn. Toughness, and then Prey on the Weak. While Marazai is bleeding, every kill he makes grants him of stacking +5 bonus to weapon skill and ballistic skill. This is a unique feature for him. On Idira, I gave her Adrenaline Surge. On the first turn of every combat, all psychic powers of the Biomancy discipline cost -1 action point. So it's only a single time use, but I think it can ramp up what she can do early on in the fight. So I hope it's gonna be useful. For Pascal, I gave him Persistence of the Forge, so basically he will gain a stacking 10% bonus chance to hit and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack, which we do a lot of the time, and if it's a crit, it's double the bonus. For Mr. Abelard, I gave him something that I'm not really sure is gonna be a good choice, but didn't really see much else to give him. So I gave him Toughness, this is naturally a good thing to have, and I also gave him Nimble. So Nimble is never really a talent I would consider giving him early on, because since he's using heavy armor, it's gonna get cut in half, any kind of bonus here. So it's still a little bit of a help in defensive traits, but not really very important. And for Irliet, I gave her just extra perception. All of the other common talents that were of use were taken that I could see, so just give her some more perception for more lethality, more dodge reduction, stuff like that. Hopefully it will be a good level up. So, let's go speak with the guy in the laboratory and see what he has to say. I imagine we're gonna fight him, at least I would like to fight him. And I imagine we're also gonna fight the monster that he created with our materials. We'll see. We will see what happens. Okay, so if I want to meet him, he is there, which means we're gonna go here. I'm going to make a quick drop in the mangled sector, just to see if there's something that I have to do there based on demolition. I couldn't do anything before because I didn't have Argenta and nobody had demolition. But now, given that Marazai... Did I go the wrong way? Given that Marazai has demolition, maybe we can pass those checks. We will see. No, this is the mangled sector. Okay. So we have athletics, we know. Ah, 25% chance.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Why just 25% chance? Yeah, I have nothing to buff demolition. Well, it's 1 in 4.
None could possibly accomplish this.
Oh, I can... Okay, I forgot about this. I can keep on trying.
You consult the appropriate...
Did you want
Okay,
something?
so this is gonna be...
On it.
quote-unquote easy. Come on, dude, you can do this.
Yes.
It's
But
not
of
that
course.
hard.
Speak now.
Just roll up 25.
None could possibly accomplish this.
Did I mention that my whispers?
I
tell
am
me
wasting
to
all of
entertain
my
me?
melted
Don't
charges,
waste my
though.
time. What? Impossible.
Should I divine our next step?
Okay, it's still within
Suffering is an
average.
acquired taste,
I'm gonna start getting
and
upset
I'm
from here on
eager
out.
to enlighten those who lack
Thank God.
natural
Okay,
discernment.
1 in 4. It was the
awaits.
4th one. Sure. Lord Xenos.
Oh, too
Good.
hard for a simple monkey.
2 melted charges, 3 multi-keys, and 4 grenades, kind of to make up what I lost there. Okay.
I'll lay claim
Not really
to the stars.
necessary to come here, I would
Compared to
say.
naval service, that was barely a challenge.
And no, we've been there already, never mind. Because we broke through here. Okay. So we are going to go back. And I think before we go for the homunculus, I'm just gonna heal the trauma on Abelard. Because I imagine a fight will break out and I want to have him ready for it. Now that we also have Marajai in the front line, I doubt he can tank. I don't see him tanking like Abelard does. Well, even Abelard doesn't really tank all that much. But Marazai even less so. But I am a little bit more comfortable having him in the front line as well. Speaking of which, I was gonna do something. Unknown depths of the labyrinth dimension, Kimura. Extracted from the bloody remains by the carrying hand, scalpel and neurophage tentacle of a homunculus elephant. The rising currents carrying the smells of pain, blood, ichor, and failed ambitions. The smells of the dark city. With my wings flung open, I weave a path through the spires like a dark lightning bolt, chaotic and unpredictable in its patterns. To fly is to hunt, and everyone in flight hunts everyone else. Even I, Scourge Gartharit Bloodfeather, do not have the privilege of inviolability around these parts. I may become someone else's prey, except probably not today. This day I am the hunter. My homunculus modified olfactory receptors pick up the scent of my prey, and I tread cautiously as I approach it. The stench of Monkey is foul but varied, and the scent of my prey is quite telling. A powerful specimen, brash and reeking of the blood of others. I descend to the minaret that grows out of the nearest spire and provides me with an excellent view. Accelerated reflexes allow me to assess the situation in a fraction of an instant. It is time. Who am I acting as here? but I still decide to wait and get a better look at the prey. A male monkey, a pampered upper-caste cub who was fed and equipped with the best their race can offer. I'm imagining there's somebody hunting me. It's certainly right in Dark City recently, the city which has not yet managed to leave a mark of perpetual expectation of doom on its flattened snout. The most glorious game which clings to life the strongest and leaves the sweetest death incense. The reflexes urge the muscles to act. I act. The shard carbine spews forth a stream of crystalline projectiles that howl and shatter as they pierce the flesh of the prey. A deadly slashing blizzard drapes the street with bloody snow, the bodies of random passers-by caught in the fire falling to the ground. This is a common occurrence in the spires. Everyone around me flees from the field of death whose borders I have made clear. The prey falls but is still alive. I did not expect the hunt to end with the first salvo. The prey is badly injured. I can easily finish it off in the open. The prey summons companions with aid. A mistake. I unleash a new fan of crystalline shards and the flesh of the prey blossoms with new cuts from my projectiles. Anyone who tries to approach it will be killed by the brittle shrapnel. The prey should have run away, not given me more chances to cripple it. The prey is weak. The prey... Well, I'm gonna break into a run because this is a very low chance. Clever. By escaping from the open streets, the prey has deprived me of the advantage of my long-range weapon. But I will not let it escape. So I spread my wings and soar over the alley. So he's the stranger, right? Pelting the prey with bursts of indirect fire. The chase must not end too soon. The petitioner wanted my prey to die slowly. There is a strangeness to the movements of the prey as it dashes away one moment and freezes the next. My receptotropin altered pupils are adept at detecting movement, but they are worse at perceiving stationary subjects, and my prey seems to be aware of this. Really? The prey... oh god, we're gonna fail everything. Toughness, agility, or ballistic skill. I guess I will go for ballistic skill. Grab someone's weapon from the ground, returns fire at random. Oh, god damn it. We passed it! I hate this. The air fills with gunfire. As soon as the prey fires the first shot, everyone starts shooting at everyone else. This chaotic firefight engulfs the entire street. It spreads across the Dark City like a wildfire, mindless and violent. I duck our line of fire with a graceful dive, rush to the ground in an impossible trajectory, and unleash a burst at the feet of my prey. The shrapnel gouges its flesh and I shriek in triumph. I am one step closer to victory. The hunt continues. The prey manages to elude me for a moment by ducking into a crowded street. The jet booster on my back emits a stream of ghostly blue flame and I continue my pursuit. As I storm into the street, I see the prey again. This is a nice catch. The petitioner wanted me to deliver the prey to her, but I decide to do something different, so it's a her who hired him. When it is over, I will impale the body of the prey on a spike protruding from the highest spire so that it serves as testament to my victory. We succeeded the willpower test. The initial horror caused by my sudden attack has already worn off. The prey has suppressed its panic and is acting decisively and boldly, a commendable triumph of will over instinct. Seeking to slow me down, the prey... I have coercion. I only have coercion. So, turn some bystanders against me. Okay, good, succeeded. It only takes the prey a couple of furious shouts to convince those huddled in the alley that a monster is coming for their heads. Lies. I am only pursuing the prey. I am met with frantic gunfire and, after making a sharp ascent, I take a pair of plasma grenades from my belt and hurl them into the crowd. The bodies of the gullible fools who believe the prey evaporate and turn into bloody mist. The luckier ones fire at me and one of the shots brings me to the ground. I wail furiously and finish them off with point-and bursts from my shard carbine. To cast me down is an indelible insult. The conclusion is drawing closer. As I... yeah, I knew it. As I turn the corner, I triumphantly realize that I have driven the prey into a dead end. It is time for the massacre. The poison I received from the petitioner as payment for the hunt is contained in the crystalline projectiles and should have worked by now. It will slow down the nervous system of my prey, weaken its muscles, and render it unconscious. We failed caroused? Yeah. When I spot the prey, I am pleased to note the early signs of the effect my combat toxin is having on it. Its movements are slowed and it is blinking often. Spots are floating in front of its eyes by now. The prey... I'm screwed. I have nothing of this. I have literally nothing. Looks defenseless as I attack, failing to notice the trap is laid out for me. It is not what I expected it to be. Having climbed the ledge of a wall, it lunges at me and bellows. Lunges at me first, I realize too late it is not desperation but cold immersion. Okay, I would set a trap. I fail. I see a monofilament stretched between the walls, a primitive trap indeed. I fold my wings for a moment and I tear it down with a blow from the muzzle of my shard carbine. Everything will be over in moments. The outcome will be decided in close combat. Which I also have nothing. Wasting no time, my prey and I seize one another in a violent, furious embrace. Every decision made over the course of this fleeting hunt is being weighed, tipping the scale that will ultimately determine the winner. I am unpleasantly surprised when I realize the prey is aware of my combat style. It covers the vulnerable spots I like to cut open with my monomolecular claws. But this knowledge will not save it from death. My embedded glands spew hyperadrenaline to my bloodstream, and my artificially grown muscles convulsively swell under the porous fabric of my ghost plate. I torment the prey with claws protruding from my forearms and knees. And the prey... Well, we have strength... Wait, what? 75% chance. We get a lot of bonus modifier. We have weapon skill, medicay, and toughness. It's actually strength the one I have to go for. I wonder if it's because of the previous choices, since he got shot. Maybe he's injured or something. Okay, 3 out of 4. Banks on brute force trying to break my fragile bones and shatter my joints. Of course we failed, but we... I swear, are these modifiers just bugged? Sealed in a sheath of artificial muscles, my joints endure the mighty blows and I cut the throat of my prey with one swift movement. The hunt is over. As always, I am triumphant. Really? The prey dies at my feet. The prey dies at my feet. I lean over it heavily, cut off a lump of its flesh and swallow it with pleasure. It was a glorious hunt. The petitioner will pay me for it again. Kaikeros is just a witch after all, albeit a high-ranking one, and I am a scourge. I earned my special status by agonizing changes to the flesh and a bloody pilgrimage to the top of the spires. Her vendetta against Cervantes, which led to the assassination of his latest plaything, is beneath me, for I am a hunter of the Dark City. The chaotic bursts of violence that bloody the streets of Comora ends just as abruptly as it erupted. Such is life in the spires. Is this a game over? This is very strange. Are they gonna force me to pass checks? I mean, I don't mind that you can die in a book event. I'm all the way back here.
Follow my
I don't mind that you can die in a book event, but forcing you to reload in order to pass the checks is kind of messed up. And at least when I started playing this game, there was no option for, you know, Iron Man or Last Aslanti or whatever you want to call it here. Because if there were, just imagine being playing in Last Aslanti and you get over here and you just roll like under the value you need and you just die. It is not fun. It is not fun. Well, let's go for it again. So I act. And I'm not gonna summon anyone, I'm just gonna break into a run. We were clever. So then we can flee. Agility, ballistic. I'm still gonna go for the most chances. So ballistic skill. This time we succeeded. The air fills with gunfire. As soon as the prey fires the first shot, everyone starts shooting everyone else. Okay. I am forced into a steep dive, spinning around and dodging the tracks of multiple projectiles. The damn trick worked and I let out a frustrating squeal. So that worked. I also went for coercion here as my highest chance. Got it again. Now is where I'm gonna fail everything because I have 0 everywhere. Right, so I'm just gonna go for... I guess I'll go for logic this time. And this will be the end, right? So it doesn't really change, it's the same thing. It's still strength 50, weapon skill minus 10, medicay minus 50, and toughness minus 10. So this is bugged. At least the display seems to be bugged. I will try it again. Okay, this time we rolled quite high or low, whatever you want to call it. But I'm guessing that this indication is incorrect. This value is The limit is lower. Okay, so powerful blows crush the hollow bones drilled by the crafty homunculus. Their lightness served me well during the flight, but has betrayed me here on the ground. I lose my footing, my body going floppy like a rag. My strength waning, I reach for the sword carbine and shoot the prey right in the face at point-blank range. The crystalline projectile whizzes within a hair's breadth of its face. A crushing blow turns my magnificent weapon to rubble with a mournful crunch. The prey grabs my throat, lifts me into the air, and snarls. It seems to want to know why I attempted to kill it. He might kill me by doing this, but I want to know. Would I tell it if I could? About my petitioner, Kaikeros the Witch. About how insulted she was by the deaths of her fosterlings, the blood-stained proselytes, in the arena at the hands of my prey. About how badly she wanted to spite the prey's master, the sour-tempered homunculus Tervantius who had arranged that insult. I do not know, for my throat is crushed and only a faint wail escapes it. I die. I am dying at the feet of my prey. No, at the feet of a monkey. A humiliating end for one who earned the status of apex hunter of Comorra through torturous alterations of the flesh and a bloody pilgrimage to the very top of the spires. Does it hurt to perish like this? It does. Is it fair? It is. The chaotic burst of violence that bloodied the streets of Comorra instantly interrupted. Okay. So, we won. I have a fresh injury. No, I have an old injury.
Yes.
Ah, goddammit. I cannot heal that, right? Yeah, only fresh injuries.
Will do.
Sucks. Wait, where am I? Oh, so he killed the guy. We get Scourge's adrenal glands. Enhanced by the homunculus capable of dispersing pure hyperadrenaline through the owner's blood. Yeah, I'll take your organs, sure. Yeah, I'm in a different spot, so I want to go there. I'm gonna quick save this as well, because I don't want to go through that again. I like it. I like the book story there. I just don't like that you have to rely on skill checks to survive. At most, what I would expect was, if you fail a lot of the checks, you would get like injuries or you would get traumas. You could even get like a permanent debuff for the rest of the game. All those things would actually be okay with me. And then a fight would break out, right? And you have to fight him or something like that. But just straight up dying if you fail a check is... I don't like that. Okay, so let's...
Look no further.
Like I was saying before, let's heal Abelard. And by heal I mean remove the trauma. Yes, remove one trauma. So how do I do this? I just do this and...
Field medicine.
Okay, good. She doesn't need it. So I'm fine there. Okay, let's go talk to the homunculus. I wonder, since we beat the proselytes, if you will release Ulfar to me. I would much prefer to play with Ulfar than Marazai.
It's about time.
Okay, he still says nothing. And I imagine a fight breaks out here, is what I imagine. Well, I do want to kill him, so... Wait, let's not go alone. The positioning for this fight is a little bit messed up because of this hole right here. I will bring everybody into this corner, which I realize is not the best course of action, but... Let's see what happens. I could have also sent Abelard to speak with him, but I'll just do what the game kind of wants me to do until my main character. Tervantius rushes about the laboratory, snatching up certain tools, vials, and notes. He conceals some of these items inside his own body cavities and destroys the rest. Okay. Did something happen? The cult of the fatal thirst craves blood, specimen. Your blood. My blood. One must be astoundingly insensitive to the vibrations of the dark city not to realize this. The homunculus known as Marazai. Drakon Aizirash. After you went against the Archon of the Reaving Tempest, you decided to violate the wishes of the Archon of the Black Heart as well. You were thrown to the end to die. You show wretched incompetence by defying your masters. My presence offends you, I see. Good. Marazai sneers and looks around. You have made yourself quite comfortable here in the chasm. Is this where you have kept the things that you dared not bring to the spire of the Reaving Tempest? It must be vexing, having to abandon it all as you flee the cult's wrath. One of Tervanti's limbs twitches and strikes blindly. Only Marazai's reflexes save him from a fatal neck wound, but the homunculus makes no further attempts to attack. He seems to care more about his substances and instruments than the insufferable Cabalite. So why do the witches desire my death? You humiliated them, Monkey. Kaikeros and I agreed that she would send fresh meat against you, but she decided to undermine my authority by sending out her best. You slaughtered them, and so it was the cult's authority that suffered. But who cares about a pathetic Monkey? You are my lackey, and thus it is I who is responsible for undermining the cult's authority. And it wasn't enough for you to just kill them. You enticed one of the blood-stained proselytes to join the Monkey side. As the entire chasm watched, a slap in the face of the cult wasn't enough for you, so you decided to spit in its face as well. Oh, but there is more. I hope Kaikeros and Sidistoria are now writhing in horror at the mere thought that their headless subordinates have lost a Cabalite who was sentenced to death by Nazra K himself. First they decided to play at charity by making me a proselyte, and now they let me slip through their fingers. Oh, I wish I could see the succubus's face when she was given the news. You dispatched me to kill the witches. Are you telling me you did not anticipate such consequences? It was supposed to go differently. Your performance was supposed to be a lesson in respect, not a declaration of war. You would have killed someone unimportant and made the witches' vanity bleed. The witches would have received your head as a salve for their wounded pride. They would have been reminded for a time that I was still someone who could greatly complicate their existence. Instead, you have failed me, all of you. Kaikeros did not keep her word and he did not die in her trap. It is all your fault that things have spiraled out of control. I don't care about Kaikeros. You promised to help me get out of here. You hear mockery in the homunculus's voice. Forget the old promises, Monkey. This is war. My loyal servants are being slaughtered across the chasm. I cannot take any more specimens away with me, and the ones I have already packed are far more valuable than you. Marazai's face suddenly changes. His mocking grin gone, he fixes his gaze on the homunculus. Into the spire of the Reaving Tempest, to hide under the wing of Virimeres, the Archon fallen in disgrace. What an imprudent choice. You should run away from her and her troubles, unless you are somehow connected to her crime. Tervantes glares on Marazai. You were not in a position to know about the Archon's plans before, much less now. And so unravel the rotten threads in the tapestry of fate. Elantak, here is the true nature of the Dark Ones, a lie hidden behind sweet promises. Having learned from a cruel mistake, I foresaw this outcome. Belated wisdom. So what's the plan? I will leave the anatomical opera and withdraw to the spire of the Reaving Tempest. The witches won't dare to settle their scores under the eye of my patron, so the Cabal's valuable servant is safe from their ire. As for you, go out in the streets of the chasm and die. Or go to the arena and try to kill Kaikeros. Even if you succeed, you will still die. The homunculus mutters furiously and haughtily. I should have stopped wasting time on this idiocy long ago. All those pathetic simpletons did was weaken my focus and distract me from my masterpiece. At last, I can devote all of myself to it. So I managed to bring about your downfall after all, unholy spawn. Tervantes' voice is filled with loathing. Your insight is astounding, specimen, but have you noticed that you also have doomed yourself? Tervantes becomes so absorbed in his thoughts that he starts shearing off pieces of its own flesh with his scissor-like claws. Enter the arena. The succubi will not pass up this chance to gut you in front of an audience. If you could simply wound Kaikeros, it would give us both enough time to escape. For that, I would be willing to sacrifice the deadliest and most valuable specimens in my collection. Tervantes sounds for a few moments. To repay Kaikeros for the treachery, I will send the Anguish Prospector into the arena. So this guy here. You helped Tervantes build this... Okay. While the witches are preoccupied with ending your life, the Prospector will kill several of them. Regardless, it is too conspicuous for me to hide from the cult's huntresses. Let my creation perform the symphony of pain for which it was designed. If you manage to kill her, run. Sinistoria will not let such impertinence go unpunished, and their wrath is a 100-fold more dangerous than Kaikeros' fury. Do not return to the chasm. You will find no shelter there. Seek salvation in other spires, and you may prolong your agony for a short time. Okay, so we actually don't have an option to just kill him. Since you are intent on fleeing, you might as well release my companions. I cannot transport them to my new sanctuary. You may take them. Ooh, some may still be alive. But do not allow them to use their abilities until I have left the anatomical opera. I want to kill him. God damn it. With a weary sigh, the homunculus turns away from you, his knife-like fingers making an unnerving scraping sound. You little bitch. So... Oh, this is now open.
Victory
This wasn't
awaits.
open before. Just cargo. The torture device is locked and sealed. The thick walls of this container were clearly designed to hold something extremely dangerous. Is it Cassia? It is Cassia! Nice. Oh god!
My ears are
Cassia? God damn it. If she applied trauma to my character, I'm gonna be pissed. At last I feel something. You see horror and confusion in Cassia's wide open eyes. Her face, neck and hands are gruesomely scratched and sticky blood is dripping from the tips of her claw-like fingernails. Ah, why are there so many of you at once? Red, black, violet, scarlet, yellow, dark maroon. Away with you. Stop swarming my thoughts. Mara's eye recoils, letting out a frenzied hiss. I should have killed this thing back then. It's a foul gateway of Salan trash. Stop it.
Failed me.
Cassie clutches her head again, this time covering her third eye, but you can already feel the breath of the warp coming from its gaze. Cordant, I cannot control it. The powers flowing through Cassie's fragile body make your head swim and your hair stand on end. Your body is burning as if you have been doused with a vat of molten plasteel, and your head is teeming with strange whispers, shadows, voices. Every breath is a struggle, as though something is scratching at your insides, trying to claw its way out of your chest. Your gorge rises. You have survived being exposed to the navigator's open eye, but will your body and mind hold if it occurs again? Okay, it's not actually a lot of damage. We can... Oh, a lot of persuasion, actually. We can pick up a pistol from the floor and shoot Cassia. God damn. We are in enemy territory. Unless you regain control of yourself, I will end this tumult personally. Why is Idira the one doing this? Lady Navigator, compose yourself. You are embarrassing your Celio name. Cassia, the worst part is over. I am taking you away from this place. Or smile to the pain. All is well, my lady. You can defeat this. I shall stand by your side and help however I can. I sincerely hope this is just a bugged UI and I am the one doing the check. Oh my god, man. This is so dumb. Why is it Idira? She isn't even the one in front. Cassia struggles to focus her eyes on you. Unending streams of bloody tears are running down her cheeks. Forgive me. I did not want any of this. Leave, I beg of you. Go. I do not want to hurt you any more than I already have. An eerie chill runs down the entire length of your body. It is a feeling you forgot, but recollection swiftly follows. Someone else's turmoil and emotions and a will that is not your own. This crushing wave is about to consume you. Why are we... Why is it the... Okay, so apparently my other characters can do this, but I can't. Oh, you know why? I think I know why, and it's very dumb. I'm pretty sure that I got stunned by the lidless stare, and the game doesn't allow... Oh my god, this is so stupid. A haze of anger, despair, and fear smothers like a burial shroud, but it's not the first time you have had to deal with the surge of foreign emotions assaulting your mind. You wish you would die here and now. No, you wish you had never been born in the first place. You summon your will and push these thoughts away as though fending off a sword thrust, and Cassia's feelings dissipate before they can latch onto you. So the best way to do this is what? Just send like Abelard in front, open the thing, and then you can do the checks from far away? I might actually just load the game for this, honestly. Because it's very stupid. Logic is my best choice. You have had to rein in your gift before. Try to remember how you did then. 6. Okay, thank God. Oh my lord. I will try. She takes a deep breath and straightens her shoulders. Her pale bow furrows, rivulets of blood run from her nose and eyes, but Cassia fights to bring her powers under control, until her body jolts as if electrocuted. You know, when darkness envelops you, it takes everything away, leaving no sounds, no smells, no solid footing. Darkness devours every color that tries to make its way in. Every color I try to create inside. Darkness is withering. It swallows the colors it chews and consumes. But when despair had overtaken me completely, I could sense I was not alone in that darkness. Someone else was with me. Someone intangible, cold and colorless. And that realization ravaged my sanity all the more. When the capsule opened, my mind was drowned in grimy shades of crimson and umber and black. And I am going barmy, Cordampt. I thought I could harness this power, but now you must end this. For my sake, for your own, and for that of all that we have shared. If you do this, I shan't object at all. Cassia closes her eyes, unable to bring herself to meet your gaze. Her tremors subside for a brief moment like a resigned victim going still in anticipation of the executioner's axe. I'm not gonna kill her. Frigid heaviness hangs in the air. Your entire being implores you to run. Quickly, now. Hold her and kiss her. Well, she is my romance target here. So I'm gonna go for this, but you will overcome this, Cassia. You are stronger than you think you are. Not interested in listening to you vent your grievances. Prove that you are still of use to me. Okay, whatever happened to you, we can make it right. Okay, so let's hold her and kiss her. Don't even think of leaving me, Cassia. I won't let you go. Cassia freezes, startled by your touch, and your lips join together in a bittersweet kiss that tastes of blood and tears. You see terror in her wide-open eyes, but then her body relaxes, and her eyes close along with the navigator's eye. She reciprocates slowly, uncertainly, gently. Please, no more. I cannot breathe. I fear I may faint. Kiss it again. But that is what I am trying to do, to help you escape for a time. Cassia smiles faintly and closes her eyes before your next kiss. When your lips meet once more, you feel as if your nerves are electrified. She kisses you swiftly and passionately, as if she is truly trying to lose herself in the moment. Oh, Cordampt. Taking an awkward step back, Cassia gingerly covers her third eye, as if afraid that she might unleash her soul's tempestuous powers upon you once more. You risked your life to save me. For a rogue trader, the ruler of a great dynasty, it was utter lunacy. It was irresponsible. Cassia's brow furrows indignantly, but her eyes are full of pain and despair. Your protectorate, your billions of subjects, they could have lost their sovereign in the blink of an eye. Literally. Yet, you, what were you even thinking? I was thinking about a future where we are together. What could you possibly see in someone like me? Cassia's voice is almost a whisper. She looks away. Oh, she's looking for attention here. I have feelings for you. I do not know, but I know I cannot hope to see the light in my days ever again without you. When I met you, I discovered myself. Words fail me as I seek to express my feelings, that my actions speak for me. Well, she liked the first kisses, so let's kiss it again. Words fail me as I seek to express my feelings, let my actions speak for me. Please stop, Cassia exclaims, gently covering your mouth with a hand. My lips are sore from the wounds. I can feel your heart in your actions, I do. But for now, please, let us enjoy a moment of respite. Damn it. She caresses your cheek and then steps away, abashed. Yes, so you know what? Piss off. Actually, yeah, piss off. I will just take my... Oh my god, I got trauma, of course. Fellowship reduced. Yes. We have Cassia. One thing I'm considering is, should I bring... I kind of want to bring Marazai with me just because he's relevant for this part of the story. And he may have some interesting insight to
crave entertainment.
To this level, you know.
Anything else?
Yeah, I got stunned for sure. I got trauma. That was very silly, but okay. So we have... What? I'm guessing pain again. Yeah, probably. It says Marazai is here. So, I don't know, I could consider taking out like Iliet and bringing Marazai for the rest of this. I don't know if I want to do it though. Well, we'll see. I guess this will be the end of this episode, my friends. We picked up Cassia, I'm happy about that. I wonder and I hope that I can also save this guy, Ulfar. We're gonna leave that for the next one. And then we are going to do what? Finish off the witch Kaikros. The malignant witch Kaikros wants to punish Cervantes and personally deal with his new champion, the rogue trader. Killing her is the only way for the Lord Captain to buy precious time to escape the chasm. It does feel like in this act, you are a little bit more restricted, like you cannot kill this guy. The game doesn't let you. Not a big deal. Okay, so we will finish off here. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Rogue Trader. I hope you guys are enjoying this Komora area. Questions, suggestions, anything like that, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.